Timeout Podcast. The Timeout Podcast. Oh, this the Timeout Podcast. This the Timeout Podcast.
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Timeout Podcast. It's your boy Nick, Steve, and guys, we have the pleasure of welcoming a hip-hop and R&B artist who happens to be the winner of our first ever Timeout Podcast Artist Showcase, another Dominican alum, a friend of mine, and she carries a sound like no other. Let's welcome Catalina to the show, y'all.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you.
We have a lot of DC heads on this show.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's
like,
a crazy school,
listen.
man. Legendary school.
DU, I'm waiting for you guys to call me back.
Shout out 845. Yeah. Nah, but
Best area code in town.
Yeah.
Well, in the country.
In town is 845.
Okay, I forgot what I said. In the country, best area code in the country.
But yeah, so on Timeout, before we even start really getting into it for real, we always like to start with some warm-up games to get you, acclimated to the show, get you comfortable.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, right?
Let's see.
It's gonna be a fun first game.
So this game's gonna be this or that.
Okay.
Right? You have to pick one or the other.
I have to.
Yes.
Yes.
One or the other.
One or the other.
Okay.
And it's R&B artists.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So R&B artists, this or that.
Quick fire.
Let's see.
The first matchup is SZA versus Summer Walker.
Wow. Come out swinging. SZA or Summer Walker. Damn. I'm gonna have to go SZA.
SZA? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have
Mary
to go SZA.
Mary J or Tony Braxton?
Mary J.
Mary J?
Kaylani or her?
That was kind of hard too. Damn. Kaylani.
D'Angelo or Maxwell?
Maxwell.
That was quick.
I love me some Maxwell. Cute pretty wings.
Yo, that's a crazy song. That's a crazy
Crazy
song.
song.
Crazy song.
Cute pretty wings.
Erica Badu or Jill Scott?
Erica Badu.
Erica?
Okay.
That took a second. Well, okay.
All right. So that was the first game. Not too
I had
bad.
to speed through that.
Not too bad. Okay, right?
So out of all those artists right there, who was like your favorite, you'll say?
My favorite out of all of them, I would say SZA. I pull a lot of inspiration from her.
Okay.
And Summer Walker.
Okay.
And
That's
Erica
a good
Badu.
pairing.
A lot of people, like in the beginning when I was creating music, they compare my sound to Erica Badu a lot.
Okay.
Like my older stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay. So for the next game, you're gonna blind rank these artists.
Blind rank.
So I'm gonna say a name, and 1 through 5, you gotta put that person, but you don't know who's coming next.
Damn.
So you gotta be yummy. You gotta be.
There's 5 good ones. I'll tell you that.
You gotta be smart.
You
with
gotta
your
save
picks.
number one. Save number one. Save
Okay.
number one. I'll say.
Yo, don't be saying that.
I'm just saying, it's a normal thing people do.
Okay.
Save number one.
Okay. First,
We'll throw some heaters out there though.
Mariah Carey.
Oof.
Okay, and one being the best.
Yes, one is the best.
Okay, I'll put Mariah Carey in like 4.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mariah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so where would you put Brandy?
Brandy, I'd put her 3.
What?
She's higher than Mariah?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Artist wise?
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm doing this blind.
Yeah.
But still.
I would go.
You could have went 5. That's what you said, Mariah 4. You could have went 5.
Okay. Janet Jackson.
Brandy's good. Janet Jackson has to go 3.
No, you did. No.
No, she had 4.
Oh, 2.
3
Okay,
and 4
she's
actually
2.
set up. Yeah,
She
3
said 3 and 4.
4
Yeah.
and 3.
So you have 1, 2, and 5
I can't
left.
rearrange now that I know this.
No.
I'll give Janet 2.
Okay.
Janet 2.
So you have 1 and 5 left.
Oh my gosh.
You have 1 and 5 left. It's gonna be disappointing for me if you Beyonce.
I need to know who the next one is after Beyonce. I need to know the next one after Beyonce.
So now you have to play Beyonce 5 then.
I might have to play Beyonce 5.
Dang.
Even though I would put her earlier in the series, but like
Big time. So, okay, so 5 Beyonce.
yeah.
One, Whitney Houston.
Okay, number
So-
one.
Okay.
That's not bad. Number one.
So
but
what would be
we gotta
your-
question the other ones
What
though.
would be my order?
If we didn't
So I
give
guess
it to you
I
blind.
would move Brandy to 5. Then I would put. I think Janet Jackson is solid at 2. I think Whitney stays at 1. Beyonce 3. And then who was the other person? Mariah Carey would probably stay at my 4.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
I think
I think Mariah and Beyonce are like
she has more range than Beyonce. Beyonce's probably it.
no, but it's like artists. Like it's a
I know.
totality of things. Like you know what I mean. Like
I think Mariah's a better artist than Beyonce.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinions.
I think she has more range than Beyonce though.
Like she's a better singer, but like
Yeah.
in terms of an artist,
And,
like
performer,
Artist, come on.
stuff.
performance,
Whole
like
package.
yeah, the
I'd
whole
say
like what Beyonce's doing now
Okay.
with the whole cowgirl shit. Like
yeah.
Mariah is not having a vibe,
Yeah,
like bringing
I
a
was about
whole
to say,
other
yeah,
vibe
she-
like
yeah.
that. You know,
Mariah kind of had
Beyonce's had
moment,
like
and
her
now
young
she's-
phase.
Yeah,
she's
her
had the
older phase.
The older
yeah.
phase,
As far
cowgirl.
as-
Like this is like
she's been on a run. Beyonce.
yeah. So
Mariah-
I,
kinda like
Christmas
chilling.
phase. Don't forget Christmas. Mariah Christmas.
oh,
she
it's about
dropped the classic, and
Beyonce.
that
I'm
was
like,
it.
Oh, you talking? Oh no, I'm talking about
Mariah
Christmas.
dropped a couple classics and was like, I'm
nah,
not doing
Mariah's,
music no
Mariah got
more.
some classics
Like,
though.
She was like,
Her range was crazy.
All right, so
Is crazy.
let's get to the nitty gritty.
okay.
Where did it all begin? Like, where did this music background come from?
Okay. So I want to attribute that to my mom because she played a lot of music for my brother and I growing up, like taking us to school. All the teachers knew that we were outside because she would be blasting music in her Lexus.
Does she sing too or no?
She does. She sings. She does. She was in the choir and all that good stuff. But like, you know, nothing aside from like just like school and things like that, like school choir. But yeah, I kind of always been creative. I love to write, but it started with short stories in like grammar school, then into high school, and then Dominican. Shout out you for 5. Everything's full circle right now. That's when it became poetry. Like for my freshman seminar class, I learned like writing for expression. So I would write short, like little, just getting it out. And then I was like, all right, let me construct this a little bit into a poem. And then I became VP of Verbal Asylum. So I was putting on poetry shows every spring, every fall. And Ari, shout out Ariana Marie. Okay. She, my spring
Shout out to you.
my spring semester show, she was like, in my junior year, she was like, yo, you giving me rapper vibes. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, do you want to be on my song? Because she was making music at the time. And I was like, I was never on a song before, but okay. And she sent me the open. I'm like, what do I do with this? I'm looking at my poems. I'm fitting them to beats, trying to make it work. And that's when it honestly just evolved. And now instead of like putting poems to beats, I just listen to beats and write poems. So
You're typing. Do the clicking sound ever like get to you?
while I'm typing, like, what do you mean? Like
that clicking sound?
no, I like the sound.
No, okay.
I feel like we have a different perspective. Like they're used to it.
Yeah, so like I'm like, wait.
ASMR for you guys. I love the clicking sound.
I feel like it's different. Like
It's fun.
Like girls like nails. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask
So,
the question.
like,
I was
yeah.
like,
It's
when I
fun.
click my phone,
It's like
okay.
weird when my nails are like shorter and it's like you hear
Yeah,
nothing. I'm like,
yeah.
boring.
So like that actually answered that question. Like you actually answered my next question. So
Okay.
I was gonna ask. I remember at Dominican, I was trying to figure out the name of
Yeah.
Verbal Asylum.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was an event that they always used to do. I
Yes,
just could
every
not figure
fall
out the
and
name.
every spring.
Yeah, it used to
Verbal
always be in it.
Asylum.
And I remember you used to do like spoken word.
Mm-hmm.
So that was gonna be the question. Like, how did that transfer over? So Ari is
Yeah.
really what I guess
Started
brought
off?
you
To music,
to
yeah,
music
like
for
to
real.
beats at least, cause like that, and looking back at it, I can get it, cause the flow was very like like it was a poem, but it kind of sounded like a rap.
Mhm.
So when she came up to me, she's like you giving me rapper vibes. You want to be on a song? That's when I started like being like, oh wow, like I could take my poems and I can put them on a beat. I can make it musical. I can make it, even though it's already art, but I can make it music.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you write poems and stuff. Do you like writing more or do you like singing more?
But at least, you know,
Alright.
approaching it from a creative standpoint, like just express yourself. There's no boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one's judging you when you're just writing for yourself.
Yeah.
Versus when you're singing in front of people, it's like, oh, she can't sing, or oh, she can sing, or
Yeah.
she's okay.
Yeah.
So I would say I like writing more.
Yeah.
You have to like, you know,
There's a lot of
concise
writers out there,
it, yeah.
but few of them are
Sometimes it's
singers.
hard. But I feel like if you just train your ear, or if you're just like born with it, you can kind of hear it. And after a while, you just practice and you're like, okay, like you'll either make your lines shorter or make them longer. Like maybe you have to take out some words in whatever sentence it was, or maybe you have to add words so that it could fit into the beat or the pocket. So yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. So this is just back to your 845 Dominican, all that. Like, did you fuck with your time in 845? Like, did you fuck with Dominican? Did you like?
I really did. I loved it. I think that if you were not an athlete at Dominican, then you might have a different experience.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you were an athlete, I think
That's cool.
I think your time was fun because like you had, because it was a small school. So it was like being an athlete, you were allowed to kind of like, you have your teammates. Those are like your people, your road dogs. That's who you partying with. That's who
Yeah.
you're like, you know, chilling with, going to the mall with or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it was great. I wasn't too far from home. It was like an hour drive. So it was like not close enough where if I forget my sweater, I could go home, but like I could still see my family if I get homesick every now and again.
Yeah.
So it was dope. I loved my roommate, Mike.
Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike. That was
Shout
my
out
girl,
Mike, yo.
When she says
I
mall,
love
she
my
means the
team.
Palisades Mall, not any other mall.
Not any other mall.
Palisades.
Palisades.
Gotta get that in there, you know.
But yeah, that I like Dominican. It was cool.
That's right. Yeah.
What's your favorite part about Dominican? What's your favorite thing, I guess you can say?
Playing volleyball, because honestly, if it wasn't for sports, I don't want to say I wouldn't have went to college, but I probably would have started like community college. But when I played volleyball for the first time, my junior year in high school, actually, which is odd because I played basketball and softball all 4 years. Then I walked on my junior year. I didn't walk on, I tried out my junior year for volleyball, and I was like, I love this sport. I got to go to college for it. Okay. So I think that's my favorite part, is playing sports, because it was able to like bring me to my education, I guess.
Yeah. And it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
It's that crazy how everything, like, you don't even realize, like, you know, like how
In the moment,
the
how it can affect you.
how it's all
in the
gonna come
future.
together, you know?
Exactly.
And it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like back in the day, like at Dominican, like it's just random. Like, I would not think that this would be happening.
At all.
You know, like
At
it's like
all.
crazy.
Especially because going in as a freshman, sophomore, I wasn't music. I
Yeah,
wasn't making
you know what I'm
music.
saying?
Like,
Like,
I wasn't doing any of that.
yeah.
It was just like poetry my sophomore. I think my first show, I guess, was freshman year, spring semester, and I did a duet with Samira. But yeah, I wasn't making music.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming at all.
Okay,
But
so
now it's like I can't see my life without it either.
so like in school, were you ever like picked by your teachers to like sing or to even like perform the Star Spangled Banner, maybe, or not?
Because
Not?
they
So,
didn't like really know. I wasn't like performing, or I wasn't
Trying
was
to sing
just-
like that?
Yeah, like it was just
something you did at
poetry.
home.
They would
probably.
play like in one of my classes. They played like my performance on the like
screen?
on the screen in class. I forget what teacher did that, but I appreciate you.
Like at Dominican.
At Dominican, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
That's
like we
fire,
watched
yeah.
my verbal asylum.
Oh, that's
performance.
fire.
Yeah, like
That's
in
fire.
class.
Who did it?
That was fire. I don't remember.
Damn.
I don't remember.
Did she at least give you a good? Or did
Was it our
the teacher at least?
Remember we had that class together where we did. I'm trying to find that video
Yo,
still, and I cannot.
We did a drama
find
skit
it.
together.
I feel like that was the class that we.
This kid think he's Denzel, by the way. He can't
Filippelli.
act.
Filippelli, that was his name.
Filippelli.
Filippelli.
Yo, we did a skit together, yo. Yo, this is awesome. I might have the video. I'm gonna check that.
Yes, I need you to put a clip. You need to insert a clip.
We were like, we were like lovers. I think. I think
so, yeah.
some shit like that.
This was a soap, like a soap opera.
Now it was like
it was a play.
A play, yeah.
A play?
And I forget the play, but I just know I had my fur coat. We were at the dinner table. Then we had like the mom came in.
Kind
we
of
were talking
play.
about something like a pack of cigarettes.
Yo. Now we gotta find that.
Yes,
Maybe we'll show a clip or two. Maybe.
If we find the clip, you guys will see it.
A clip, even if we don't play for a long time.
Yeah.
You guys will see
We'll
it
show
now.
y'all a little bit. A little bit.
Like in costume and everything. Hilarious.
Nah, that shit was fire. That's so
Like,
crazy. You
hilarious.
remember that?
Yeah.
So, okay. So now for the audience that doesn't know you,
Okay.
that doesn't know Catalina, the artist.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music, your sound, you as an artist?
So I would describe Catalina as someone who's down to earth and isn't afraid to be vulnerable. My sound is very late night drive or a long drive, getting ready. You want to feel good. It's just very like allow yourself to feel. That's my sound. That's Catalina. She's like not afraid to say whatever it is, whether I'm sad, whether I'm happy, whether I'm motivated to get this money, like I'm gonna find a way to say it so that someone else can hear it and like resonate with that.
That's right.
Okay. So, what genre of music do you enjoy listening to?
I realized that I listen to a lot of rap, like a lot of hip hop.
Like hard rap?
Not
Or
like
like
hard rap.
like what would you consider like?
I listen to like a lot of Drake.
Okay,
I listen
okay,
to
okay.
like a lot of like Drake. Trying to think what else. I listen to NBA Youngboy, not as much.
Okay, that's heavy.
But like,
He went from two.
Cash Cobain's having his movement right now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I listen
Big
to like
movement,
that.
big movement.
So yeah, so I'm definitely because I wanted to think I was like an R&B girly, and I am. Like I definitely have my eras and moments where I'm throwing on some SZA, some Summer Walker. But as far as like my drive to work, like Low Shimmy now is coming up. So I'm listening to like I don't know, like hip hop and rap is kind of just where I feel. I like the bars. I like the painting pictures. I like that. So I think that's why I gravitate more towards it.
Okay. So I remember like I don't even know, maybe it could have been 2 years ago. And tell me if I'm bugging. Tell me if this was like if the pieces all aligned the way you meant it, right?
Okay.
So I remember there was a while like
Yeah.
I just never saw you on Instagram.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
I never saw you on Instagram. Like it was like a minute.
Yes.
Like and then like I don't even know how long it was. Like it was a while, yo. Like it might have been 6 months, I don't know, a year, some shit.
Here
Like
we
it was
go.
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. The way that you're dating stuff right now sounds crazy.
No. You're gonna understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
What
you're
happened?
funny.
Wait, I don't even know what he said. What did he say?
He said the way I was dating everything sounds crazy.
Oh.
So then you come back and it's like that's when I felt like the music push was like
That's when Catalina was
Insane.
going crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
Okay, wait,
So like that time off, like what was
Do you want to know what happened?
yeah, we want to know what happened.
Here's the tea, guys. So I did get into a relationship.
Okay.
And that relationship, I wasn't really able to do music. Like, he didn't want me to do music. And that was because he was, I want to say, like religious Christian. So like he didn't like the idea of like secular music, even though I would tell him like, okay, but my music is not like I Spy Sexy Red. Like I'm not like being vulgar in my music, but he still wasn't a fan. So it was like little by little, kind of like the rug was being pulled from under me. Like it wasn't initially in the beginning, oh, you can't do this. It was kind of like, all right, then a little less, a
like
little less,
slowly.
Yeah, it was like slowly, you can't do this, you can't do this, can't do this. So, and I did give it a break because I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll take this time to just become spiritually strong and get closer to Christ myself. And because I was a believer in Christ, I was like, okay, this might be the break that I need. But that didn't end up working out. And after not being on Instagram for like 9 months, I'm like, I'm not coming back with nothing to show for it. So that's when I was like, I need to get a music video for this song that I dropped. I was like, I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm going to put out an EP in 2 months. We broke up in April and I dropped my Pieces EP August 2nd. So I was like, I'm not going to let anybody take
So
that.
to be clear, I just want, so when you took the break off Instagram initially, that was like, were you done with music or were you taking a break with music? Like, were you about to like drop music for the, you know, for the relationship, or were you like, I don't know, was it in a stage of like?
So I was always writing in the background.
Okay.
Like, and it was unfortunate because I still wasn't even able to like share. Like there was a point where he's like, you need to stop writing your feelings. Like this is a High School Musical. And I'm like, yo. I'm like,
we're all in this
together. Like, what happens to that? If I was to continue with the relationship, then it would have had to been something that I was giving up completely. So it was like, I'm done with music, but it was also like, I'm done with social media too. Because it was one of those relationships, like I didn't purposely get off Instagram. Like it was like just a whole thing. And then it was like, all right, we'll be off Instagram after a while. Like after like 3-4 months in, we're like, all right, like no gram.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pretty intense.
Okay. Okay. So
Sherry, dampen the mood.
I guess, when did the career of Catalina start, I guess we could say?
Catalina. So, I mean, prior to that, I want to say 2023. January 23rd, 2023 is when I dropped my first song on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
And that song is called Elastic. And that's my most streamed song till this day.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's when Catalina started, I want to say. I got my first mic in 2020 though. So like around COVID time.
Okay.
And that's when I was really like, okay, I'm done with the audio notes, recording the YouTube beat and like singing into my speaker. Like I actually want to get some drafts together. So like when I'm ready to go to the studio, I have like a little reference track. So I would say 2020, but I was still figuring out my name. I didn't know if I wanted to be Malia, Catalina. And then I was like, nah, I like Catalina.
So questions. What do most of your friends call you then?
What do what?
Most of your friends call you. Do they call you Catalina or do they call
So now people are starting to call me Cat or Catalina, but because I was Malia for my whole life, because that's my first name, my middle name is Catalina. Fun fact, if that's where you guys wonder where I got it from. But yeah, so I want to say Malia, but now everyone that I meet new is like either Catalina or Cat.
Yeah.
Some of my friends are calling me Cat now. It's like a little shorter, but yeah.
Do you ever get confused by the two names though, or like? Okay, like you know, like
yeah, because I know I'm Malia Catalina. I know it's me. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So your song "Thinking About You,"
Yeah.
right?
I'm up thinking of you.
Oh, I want to know like what was like your mind like your mindset, like your headspace when you were creating the song, when you were like throughout the process of making the song. What was your like? What were you going through? And what does the song mean to you?
Yeah.
Is it originally written by you too, or is there other people that are?
No, so it is an original song. I write all my songs. Every song that I have out is written by me 100%. The sample is "Think About You" by Frank Ocean. So I don't know if anybody ever caught that. I know you said that you heard it. So yeah, so Frank Ocean, "Think About You." And I think the name of the beat, which is where I get a lot of my inspiration from. Like when I'm on YouTube, like I'll hear it and sometimes I'll go in another direction, but a lot of the times whatever the producer titles it, I'm like, okay, like I could go with it because I feel like it fits. So it was named "Think About You." And someone told me like, yo, you should try to get on like a sexy drill song. Like you should try to catch that vibe. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna try. So after like 30 sexy drill beats later, I heard "Thinking About You," and I was just like, okay,
This is the one.
Thinking of you. Yes, that was just it. And I don't think there was any real thought process. I just wanted to make something fun. I wanted to make something like the girls could get ready to. It was a nice little bop, nice like feel good, something that could be played in the club, but it's not too aggressive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that went.
Okay.
Where do you get most of your inspiration from?
Life.
Like
Living. Yeah. Like I noticed that I am someone that writes from experience or writes from other people's experience. So like being a creative and being a writer in general, you're able to like see other people's problems or hear other things and just kind of like absorb it and then write. So yeah, I pull most of it from just whatever I'm going through at that time.
do you feel as if most artists should tell stories from their perspectives or from other people's perspectives more? Which one do you think resonates more to people?
I don't know.
Like the artist going through something, or is it the artist telling someone else's story? You say.
Honestly, I feel like both, because I feel like either way you turn it, like it's gonna be something that someone's going through. So someone's gonna be able to relate to it, whether like I'm going through it or this my friend is going through it. Like someone's gonna be able to like feel, as long as you present it correctly. Because I mean, only one song I know about that is like Lil Durk, No Labels.
Yeah.
When he's in the beginning, like this song's actually about one of my dogs, like and then he starts like rapping, but it's like you can still feel it, whether it's versus. And he also has songs that he writes like "Shootout at my crib." I just had a shootout at my crib at higher guards, like you know what I'm saying. Like now he's like writing about his life.
Some crazy stories to write about.
Crazy stories, crazy lives that these people live.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah,
that's another thing.
Literally.
So these people, man, you can't replicate their lives, or you don't.
But sometimes you don't want to. One is enough. Like one of you is enough.
Like I'll rock to your music, but
right.
Can't do the lifestyle.
No, for real.
Not built like that.
I feel like for that though, I don't know. I feel like you want to hear from the artist's perspective though.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like me as a consumer, like I feel like I would want to listen to, like, okay, like if I'm inspired by somebody, like something about them inspires me. Mm-hmm. So their story inspires you, or something about their story inspires you. So you try to take something from their story and you kind of add it to yours, or try to apply it to you. And so like I feel like,
I mean, that's also where I feel like a good artist comes from. When you can feel like you feel their pain, because like the songs that they write about, let's say it's a tough
but I feel like it's different. I feel like the consumer is supposed to feel the artist's pain.
Yeah.
Well, but like,
but it's about the artist.
It's but the artist. It's about like if the artist is able to act, so like actors, for example, if the actors,
that's different.
No, I'm saying like, but if the artist is able to act out the emotions that the writer, that the person that wrote the song for them is conveying, I think that makes you a better artist than anything else.
Yeah, no, but that's different.
Because then you're telling a story
it's
that
different. But I guess I get what you're saying. Like to be able to feel someone else's pain, like to be empath.
And like
you
put
write
that
a song
through
for me
the
about
song.
heartbreak, and I'm able to like sing it like I was the one that went
through
through
the
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but what? Okay, I
it's a skill. It's a skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
It's definitely a skill, because there's sometimes where I'm like, there might be an old song that I wrote about old heartbreak, and it's hard for me to replicate that emotion again if I don't feel it. So that's like one thing with like creating. For me, that's hard because I write through life. So if I'm in a down moment, if I don't have the studio right then and there that I made the draft, it might be hard for me to recreate it, because I'm not at a point in my career where like I can just force these emotions to come back. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. What song do you think in your catalog so far would you say you were the most vulnerable?
I would say Enlighten Me. The one that you're like, I would say Enlighten Me, because that song, although it's like, it has like a really jumping like soft rock Jersey club beat, the whole message behind it is like, would you like me if I changed myself? Like if I was a different person. So like when I first recorded, fun fact, I actually recorded that song in LA, which was like one of my favorite trips ever. And I loved the engineer because he just got like my vocals on point. But like in the beginning, like really putting it together for my EP, like I would just cry listening to it. And not because I was like still hurt, but just because I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is just a piece. So I feel like I was the most vulnerable with that song. What Matters Most too, but that was just more so like me just speaking off the chest.
Yeah.
Since you brought the West Coast into this, so West Coast or East Coast?
For what, music?
Music.
Oh, for music, I don't really know. I would need a list of like West Coast artists. And I wouldn't say East because that's what I'm around. That's what I hear, and that's what I'm gonna listen to.
Okay.
But I do like the chill Cali vibes. I thought you like outside of music though. I did want to live in Santa Monica, so I did want to move like at least a year. I wanted to. I mean, now with all the LA fires, I hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, I was about to act. Yeah. We hope.
God bless all those families out there.
Literally, that's like crazy. So Now it's kind of like, do I
near
really
LA? I
want
don't
to?
know.
Yeah, Santa Monica, I want to say it's like 30 minutes. It's like down the beach, like 40 minutes.
Those fires are crazy though.
Yeah,
Those fires are
because
crazy.
my best friend and I, we stayed, I think it was Inwood. I don't know why I was going to say Inglewood. It was like Inwood, right next to the Clipper Stadium. And that was like 30 minutes Hollywood, 30 minutes to Santa Monica, 30 minutes LA, 30. So it was like right in the middle, and everything was like 20 to 30 minutes.
Wait, so you guys saw the construction of the Clippers?
Of the Clipper Stadium, yeah. It was, I think we went in like 2022. So I think the framework was
just
there, but it was
started
still being,
it
was still being
Intuit
built,
Dome
but it
was called.
wasn't.
Into a dome.
Yeah.
To stuff stadium. Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
that's just
When you start
crazy.
selling out stadiums,
That shit crazy. Yeah, I need some tickets.
Yo, y'all got tickets. Y'all got tickets. Y'all all got tickets.
VIP.
No. Let me know.
Nah, but this is just an interesting like question for me to ask. So I feel like with your athletic background, right? Of course, you're gonna have some competitiveness. You're gonna have, a little fire,
Yeah.
and
Passion.
yeah. So there's two parts to this. One, okay. So would you consider yourself? You're gonna understand what I'm asking. Would you consider yourself an up and coming artist, or would you consider yourself an established artist?
I would still consider myself an up and coming artist, I think. Because I'm
And
still
why?
figuring out my artistry. Like, I know I have the bones, like the bones are there. I know I can write. I know I can create a song, like regardless of what genre it is. But just finding where I'm comfortable, and also like taking singing lessons. Like, I plan to do that 2025. Like, just opening different elements of myself. Yeah, different doors, unlocking different levels of myself. So I still consider myself up and coming because it's like singing lessons I want to do. I want to take dance lessons. Like, I just want to continue to bring my artistry to the next level. Once I have more time, like I'm not working a 9 to 5, I want to learn the piano. I want to learn the guitar. So I know once I start unlocking those doors, it gets a lot
over.
deeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bring up the athletic background in that because it's like, I'm sure there's a other part of you where it's like, nah, I'm the shit.
Yeah, no. Yes. Nah, yes.
So it's like, and like, I get it. Like,
100%.
I'm the same way, but it's like, it's weird. Like, some days you gotta, like, some days it's like, yo, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody messing with you.
Exactly, especially with the amount of people that make music now.
Yeah.
It's like, and every time I'm logging on, I'm seeing a new face.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a new, like, on the radar, you see new shit every day.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, I definitely am listening to be like, all right, not necessarily like what's the competition, because I don't compare, I don't compete, because again, like I know what I have and who I am, but just to know like, all right, what else is out there? What else are like people creating? And I'm like, some of it is just not, it's not it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what's going viral? There's no substance in this.
No.
Okay. So
yeah.
what was it like the first time you stepped on stage? That first performance.
And I wish I remembered. What I can go back, the first performance would have to probably be Verbal Asylum. My first musical performance, I'm not sure. Like, I would have to go back and like figure it out, because I've done so many shows now that I'm like, dang, like what was my first musical performance? But my first time like stepping on the stage to present like a poem that I wrote in front of my peers on campus, it was nerve-wracking.
So this was DC.
Yeah, that's Dominican. It was nerve-wracking.
DU now for
you.
It
was. I honestly had to, because I was supposed to go up by myself, and so was Samira. But like a month or maybe even 2 weeks leading up to the show, I'm like, yo, I can't go up there by myself. So we ended up making our poems like duets. So we both were on stage with each other, kind of like going back and forth, like a conversation type of poem. Yeah. So I loved it. It was still dope. But it was nerve-wracking. Like, I was like, I need someone up here with me. And then ever since then, I was like, okay, now that I did it, I'm up here. I see what it feels like, what it looks like. I can do it on my own. Yeah.
Do you still get nervous for shows?
Of course. Like, I feel like that's just like a normal human thing. I get nervous, but I just reassure myself, like, you've been up there before. And if you're gonna go up there, don't make yourself look stupid. Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna like feel some type of ways if you go up there and make stupid. Like, you don't want to go up there, then don't go up there. Yeah. But if you're gonna go up there, then do it. Like, just do it. Like, whether you have to fake it, just do
the
it.
worst outcome is you looking stupid.
Exactly. So don't make yourself look stupid.
Exactly.
Like, that's really all it is.
Okay. So usually in let's say drama class or music class, they'll tell you once you go on stage to make yourself feel comfortable, look at the audience and picture them.
Yeah.
You know. So when you get up there, what do you like? How do you see the audience? Like, do they phase you at all, or?
Not really. I mean, in the beginning, I want to say yes, because it is hard to go in the room with people who don't know your songs, who don't know who you are, and they're kind of just looking at you straight face, like, what, like, all right, who are you? Like, who are you?
Yeah,
so that's nerve wracking. And I know once I get to that level of like, all right, people are actually coming out to see me because they know my songs.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna be on stage chilling. I feel like I'll be more comfortable in my element. But right now, I have enough friends and I have a really great, amazing support system that comes out to my shows. So I kind of just look at them, I vibe with them, I dance with them, and you know, everybody else, I can see them kind of like picking up on it and bopping their heads, and then it just makes me feel comfortable. But knowing I have at least 1-2 people in the room that, you know, love me and they know what I'm capable of, I'm okay.
So you look towards them in a way
I
to
look
make
towards my
you
familiar
feel.
faces. Yeah. And if I don't have familiar faces, then it's like, all right, I'll just look. I'll try to make eye contact. I'm working on crowd engagement. Not too much. I don't want to touch nobody, but like, you know, working on crowd engagement. And that's really it. Kind of like just make that connection with that one person that's bopping their head or that's feeling you, that one friendly face, and you'll be fine.
Have you ever like frozen on stage though?
No. Not that I recall or remember. No, there's been times like beginning of the career, like, well, the mic is like messing up, and I wish that I would go back and be like, yo, like let's like stop this and let's get it right. Like a confidence thing of like, okay, I'm still trying to sing my song through the staticky broken mic instead of being like, okay, can we get this together first before I keep going? But yeah, that's the only time I would feel like a little awkward on stage. It's like the sound's not sounding right, but I'm still trying to push through it versus just stopping and being like, let's fix this.
Tell me if I'm bugging, but like, okay, I hear you when you say like, you know, it's kind of awkward when you're performing for the people that don't know your music, right? Because they're kind of just like looking at you like, all right,
looking at you like,
right?
who's this? Yeah.
But like a part of me feels like I would potentially be more comfortable in a setting with unfamiliar faces.
I think so.
Because hear me out. I feel like with familiar faces, you kind of like, with familiar faces, like some of them, you're kind of like, they're kind of not used to seeing you in that space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like weird to like, not weird, but it's kind of like awkward or weird for you to kind of like, you know, like be on some like Hannah Montana shit. Like, you know, like you, like they know you as like Malia, the cousin, you know?
Yeah.
Or they know you as Malia, the niece.
Yes. I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes when people do know you, not that they don't allow you to be like a different version of you.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, it may be like cringy to them.
Yeah.
Or like, because sometimes
or like
things,
hard
certain
to like,
things
so
get
I
hard
get
to understand as that versus like, you meet me for the first time, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is how I sing. This is my confidence. This is what I have. Like, this is what I'm going to say versus someone who does know me and grew up with me. And like, all right, girl, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. It's like, I get that. I do.
So speaking of performances, like we said in the intro,
yes,
you were the winner of the Timeout Podcast Showcase, Artist Showcase.
First one.
Hey.
Many more to come, God willing.
God willing.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what was your experience like, and how did you like it, or you know, if you could a little bit talk about it for the audience.
One, I want to thank you for recognizing my art and allowing me to be a part of that showcase, because I thought it was an amazing experience. It was like my first competition that I won, and it was like refreshing. You know, it's funny because like my friend, like she's like sitting at the table, like I'm nervous, and it didn't hit me. Like I just. Like, I guess because she was like, I guess because it's a competition is why I'm like nervous for you. But like, I just went in it and I kind of saw it as just a regular performance. Yeah. But I thought it was dope and very reassuring to have like 3 judges that didn't know me, that didn't know my sound, to pick my sound as the, you know, their favorite out of all the other talented artists, because there was like a bunch of talented artists that performed alongside me. And once like I think LGN had got 3rd place, I'm like, oh my gosh, like he was good. Yeah, he was good. I thought he was gonna get like 2nd or 1st.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know, but it was honestly a great experience, and I loved when he was announcing me and he was saying like, oh, like she gave us bite-size, she gave us pieces. And I feel like it was full circle because my EP that I dropped was pieces. So anytime someone says pieces, it just like resonates to me a little
Connects
more.
to
So
you
I'm
a
just
lot
like,
more.
damn. I
And that's
did
crazy
give
that you even
pieces.
remember that.
Yes, I do. I'll be playing that video back every
That's
now and again.
crazy. Let me see that. Let me see that video. Yo, I need.
on my
I don't even
iPad.
got. I need
don't
more
think we had that many
videos of
videos from that
of
night.
that event, man.
Same.
That night was
That's
a
one
fun
thing that
night.
sucks about being the performer. Like everyone's
Bro.
recording and has their phone out, but
Yeah.
it's like, where's my
Where's the
content? Where's my
recording at?
footage?
Yeah,
No
it's
one
cra-
sends it.
It's
Like,
crazy. Like,
I'm over here screen recording people's stories
Yeah.
the day, like after the
bruh. Yeah, because you don't want to be like, you don't want to start everybody's shit. Like,
yeah, like can I take it? Send it.
yeah, I feel that.
No,
But so talk about your new drop, right?
Mhm.
And what should we expect?
Okay, so it's gonna be brief because it's a surprise,
Oh,
right? But I will say within the next 2 weeks, there will be something new. It's going to be very winter bag vibes. If you go on my Instagram, you'll hear and see little snippets, but that's all I'm giving you.
Wait,
Next 2 weeks, some fly is
Listen.
coming.
Guys
Yo.
out there, remember the next 2 weeks.
Next
It's
week.
Valentine's Day, or
Next
it's
week.
around Valentine's Day.
Next 2 weeks.
It's around Valentine's Day, fellas.
Maybe even in a week. Who knows?
oh.
Just saying, get it for your girl.
Yo, stay tuned, man. We excited.
You gotta stay.
We got a
Listen
new
with your
drop
girls,
in the
fellas.
next 2 weeks, man. Catalina.
The fact.
Valentine's Day is around the corner, fellas.
We're winter bag vibes.
Okay. So this is a whole other department,
Okay.
right? I want you to talk a little bit about a low moment for you personally and in music.
Okay.
And like, how did you overcome it? And yeah.
Okay. So a low moment for me in like my life was post graduation.
Okay.
So I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that a little bit because, well, one, I graduated in 2020, so I didn't even get to graduate on stage.
So you have doing COVID then.
Yeah, it was like during COVID. It's like we
It was
had
like,
to go.
what,
Like
that
during
August? It was
spring
the
break.
August, right?
After spring break, we couldn't go back. My senior
You guys
year.
had Provident Bank Park?
No,
You guys
but
had
they
the
was
boulders?
the COVID year, Steve.
No, like they were in Boulder Stadium?
No, they were.
Oh, so you guys had no
COVID.
graduation at all?
Yeah, no,
Ah,
online
dang.
Bro, this is
slideshow.
2020, bro. This is
No, yeah,
prime
but I thought it
COVID.
was like.
I had a
Oh,
slideshow.
yeah.
I am watching myself graduate on my mom's TV. Okay.
Oh, dang. So you didn't get the on stage experience?
I didn't get
The
on-stage
crowd cheering,
experience. Broken heart.
Jesus
Dominican,
Christ.
that's messed up because you should have brought us back to walk.
But it's not the same though. If you like,
It's not the same.
like you're
It's
supposed to
the
graduate in May,
same.
but then you walk in August or September.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I doing this for real?
No, I know. So I want to say, yeah, like my mom's like, enjoy the summer. You worked hard, like going to school, like you finally graduated. But then September came around and I'm like, all right, well, like I'm not going back to school.
There's
And
nothing to do still.
And I have no idea what I want to do. Like I
Yep.
graduated with an English degree minor in psych. I was going to be a teacher. We were supposed to move to Florida. So I graduated on time without like my teaching certificate because that would have took me another semester. But I didn't know. And how I overcame it, honestly, was like God, just praying, just staying like, applying to things, keep believing. And then my mom's best friend had reached out to her and she was like, oh, like they're looking for someone in my office to be an administrator. And that was in real estate. So that opened the door. And I am a licensed real estate agent in New Jersey.
Okay, so you guys in your houses?
I just sell how sell, rent, invest, buy, whatever you want. Call me.
Hey.
So yeah, so that's kind of how I overcame that personal low. And then my music low would have to be, ironically enough, after I dropped Pieces, like a week after I dropped Pieces, my EP. And that was because I realized that the job wasn't done. It was like such a high creating the project, going through the motions, going to the studio, celebrating, then like promoting, doing the videos. Now I have my listening party, which I still feel so awesome from that because it was like 100 something RSVPs and I did not expect that. And I want to say probably like 50 to 60 people did end up showing up, but that's still such a lot of people. The after party was great. Like everyone supporting just bottles, different pieces, one more for pieces, like just on the signs. And I'm like, oh my gosh. We went on tour after that. We're doing hostings. People are like hitting me up. Do you want to release? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I want to say after like a week and a half, 2 weeks, it starts to slow down a little bit. And it kind of starts to die. Because the day and age that we live in, like social media, like things are gone within a second. So
You
even
could be
music,
hot
like,
1 second, the next
exactly,
second.
next second you're not.
Yeah.
So like that was like a low. Just one day I'm at the office. It was probably like a Tuesday, and it just hit me. I'm like, damn, like the job is not done. Like I worked this hard. I reached the climax, and I was like, we're coming down, and we have to
Go back
up.
up another
we
mountain.
have to still, like, the song is not, because
Yeah.
sometimes it feels old because it's like, you know, you've
Mhm.
heard it so many times in the studio, then you heard it, but it's like, no, there's still people out there that haven't heard
Yeah.
it. There's people in Cali and Oregon and Texas and that
Yeah.
haven't heard the song, and it'll be new to them. So it's like
North
you have
Dakota.
to keep going.
Yeah.
It's in North Dakota,
Yeah.
literally. So it was just like a humbling moment. Like you always have to keep going. Like the job is literally never done. I say that
Yeah.
over and over again. Like
Yeah.
So bring it
not
back to the
done.
real estate real quick. Have you ever sung at a closing before to a potential like?
no.
Why would she? Why would,
That's a great closing. What? When I buy a home, you start singing to the person and they shoot.
No,
It's a great
but
sales pitch.
Fun fact: the first home that I ever sold. Shout out Jared and Tasha. Jared
Shout out
actually
Jared
plays the
and
guitar,
Tasha.
so we've done a lot of acoustic shows together.
oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
so I
fine
still,
then.
so
Okay.
I still go back.
So you
on
still
my
network
page.
within-
I still have like reels and stuff, and we
Yeah.
do. He plays the guitar, and I'll sing behind it. We put shows on together, so it's pretty cool.
That's fine.
Okay,
That's
so you
fine.
can network through anything in life,
Anything.
basically. At
Anything.
any point, you can meet a random person, plays a guitar, and now you're
Yeah.
And now you have a
you're
guitarist.
musicians.
It's awesome.
yeah.
Maybe form a band.
Yeah.
Who knows? Catch me in
Okay.
6 months. I might have a band.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo, she might be cooking something up.
Hello.
She
All
might be
I know
cooking
is-
something up.
Hello.
I play the tambu.
Okay, I'm gonna say, listen, if you
what-
play an instrument, reach out.
Tap
Listen,
in. If you
Tap
play
in.
instrument, let us know.
We can
Let
clap.
us know.
Curve.
We could-
Oh, we can
need
clap
that.
on beat, right? We can clap on beat. We can clap on beat too.
Hashtag need that.
That's- so, to your music, love, right?
hmm
About how you just felt like it was like, damn, like I felt so good, and it's like it's
Yeah.
not even near enough,
Yeah.
right? So, how do you find the balance? Because I could be wrong, in this. Well, I think media is a little different than music,
Yeah.
but I feel like in these spaces, like it's kind of like hard to like. You don't want to be that person that's like always posting,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
like because like we all know what
Yeah,
that's
that's
like,
We
Like,
all
you
know
know.
what that's
Like I don't want to say none, but like
You gotta like.
everybody doing their thing.
Yeah.
But
you
like
gotta make people like miss you in a way sometimes.
yeah, but like so how do you find the balance between making
the-
but like you know what I'm saying?
missing
Like
you
you
and
can't be
staying
taking
present
8
and
months.
relevant.
Like for example, like
Yeah.
you can't take 8 months
can't.
in a rising, in my
Especially
opinion.
if you are a new upcoming.
Yeah,
artist,
in my opinion, I wouldn't necessarily
yeah.
suggest that route.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how do you kind of balance like the
Yeah.
like putting out music, how soon or how not soon.
I try to like aim to do something every month, every 2 months, and on those off months, I'm still just promoting the music that I have out in hopes that it'll reach new ears, or someone who maybe is old here who's heard it probably hears it again and is like, let me download this, like let me
Yeah.
actually listen to the full song. So I don't try to overwhelm or bombard because again, like Catalina, down to earth, very chill.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't want to like push it down people's throats, which a lot of people will tell me like that's what you need to do
Yeah.
to
start
make it
off,
in the industry.
yeah.
You need to go up to the DJs. You need to talk to these people. You
Yeah.
need to send
I play my
it
track,
directly.
DJ.
You have a show. You need to directly send it to your DM because sometimes I can't stand when people are like sending me stuff consistently to my DM. Like post, comment, like post, comment, like.
Yeah.
But I'll
yeah.
still like post and comment because I know what it is to be an artist that wants that engagement and that
Yeah.
interaction. But just me character wise, like in my balance, like I just don't see myself DMing
Doing that.
all of you guys to go like and post and watch my newest
Yeah.
reel. Like if you're gonna watch it, if it's gonna show up on your page, if you're gonna
you
comment,
fuck
I
with
want
it,
you
you
to
fuck
do
with
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fuck with it, you fuck
Yeah.
with it. I want you to do that organically and authentically.
Yeah.
So my balance is just really whatever feels right. Like, try to soft launch things and just put out quality content. I'd rather that than just be putting out a bunch of like
Just
BS.
random
And I'm like,
stuff.
TikTok, there's a bunch of like just random
Yeah.
stuff. Just because people are like, oh, you could blow up on TikTok, so you never really know. So I
Yeah.
just try to throw out
Some
funny
random stuff.
goofy stuff versus
Yeah.
my Instagram. I try to keep it a little bit more like
Professional,
clean cut, professional.
classy.
Yeah, I don't want to look goofy and stuff
Yeah.
on Instagram, but
Nah,
Yeah.
TikTok can blow like you
it
can blow up in TikTok
yeah,
quick.
So I'll put like random things,
Yeah.
literally random things.
And it's crazy that you said the part about you said maybe if somebody listens to it the first time, maybe they didn't think, not necessarily think anything, but like, or maybe if they listen to it a second time now, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that's me with thinking about you.
Yeah.
So I saw your TikTok actually.
Mm-hmm.
The TikTok it was like a random TikTok about I think, it was about like a place like you went out to I don't know like a activity, something you did, and like you put the song in the background.
Exactly.
And like I was like, I'm looking up like, yo, it was crazy. Like I sent the TikTok to somebody. Like, yo, this just like I don't know like what happened that day or like what made it. I don't know.
But it was
just
like
clicked.
it connected.
It just,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I felt that. So what keeps you going?
Keeps me going. Well, God keeps me going first and foremost.
Of course.
Second of all, I would say my family, and then third of all, my friends. Having that support system that's like there at every show, that's reposting, that's asking me, that's wants to know, okay, what's next? What do you have? Like being able to speak that out loud to someone, like just knowing that there's at least one person that cares about what you have going on is honestly what keeps me going.
Okay.
That's fine.
So we can generally say like the holy trinity for an artist will be writing a song, in the studio, and performing it. Which one of those three would you say do you enjoy doing the most?
Back to writing.
Writing?
I think writing, yeah. Performing too, I guess, would be second. The studio, as much as I want to say, like, I want to say I love the studio, it can be a hit or miss only because you have to do a few takes every now and again. You have to get acclimated, get comfortable. Of course, now I'm comfortable in the studio I go to, but there was a time where I was like trying to find the studio that fit me right, the engineer that understood what I wanted to sound like. So the studio experience can sometimes be a little bit hard, but I really enjoy writing. I enjoy having that like peace of mind, being whether it's I'm usually by myself when I write. Like again, like just playing a beat and getting lost in it and just writing and melodizing and getting whatever is on my mind or in my subconscious out. So I would say writing is like my favorite part.
How long do you usually take to write?
Not that long. I can procrastinate, but I say I can write a song in like 15 minutes. If I really wanted to. Yeah, but I procrastinate a lot and like I'll be at work and I'll queue up like 30 beats in the background and I'll listen to each of them and I'll just do like a little freestyle melody like while I'm working, and then I'll have to go back to it later so I can write it out. But that's what kind of would make me prolong it because it's like, all right.
So you're basically doing a closing, but at the same time you're like writing a lyric on the side or something.
On the side, yeah. Save my beats that I want to go back to. I literally posted that today actually. I have so many audio notes, probably like, I think it was like 2,803 audio notes.
Oh, wow.
I would say at least 2,000 of those are songs.
Wow.
Yeah, not finished songs again, but just little like, you know, melodies or this that I like, freestyles. Maybe I'm walking to my car and a little jingle comes to my head and I'm like trying to get it out. Yeah.
Dang, already 2,000.
2,000.
That's crazy, yo. 2,000 is old.
And you just started.
Yeah, I can't say she's not dedicated.
You can't.
Yeah, I can't say she's not dedicated, man.
2,000.
Literally.
So, like, do you feel like, you know, like I said, but like you said before about, you know, your athletic background, about how you know, a part of you is kind of like, you know, you got to bring the edge.
Yeah.
You got to have that edge. So, like, how do I say this? How do you try to like apply it to your music? I know on social media, people always try to be like, you know, you're in your lane and just focus on yourself. And like, I know that's the easy thing to say, but like, you know, like, do you like try to look at certain contemporaries, you know, just to kind of, I don't know, like, are they doing this? So I know I got to be here, you know, because like, and sometimes that's not a bad thing, you know, like sometimes it's like, let's just say, like, if you were the 10th best player on the team, if you see the best player, it's like, nah, I got to be better than him.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, do you see it like that? Or do you generally see it like, well, see, I'm in my space, let's just see where we take it?
Sometimes, yes, but no. But, like, because sometimes I'll see, like, little landmarks, like, I don't know if landmark is even the right word, but like getting on the radar or performing at SOBs or whatever, like just those things, like seeing certain artists like do those and achieve those, getting on the radio is another thing that I want to do. Yeah. And seeing certain artists that are achieving that, it's like, damn, like I know that's something that's on my goal list. Like I got to continue working harder and figure out my own formula to make sure that I get there. Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like the difference between like an artist and like a sport competitor in a way is like in sports there will be that number one person in a way. In music or like in acting there's really not that number one person that you can say like that person's the number one actor or actress right now, or that person's the number one singer.
I disagree.
Because I feel like everyone's different in a way.
But
Yeah,
that's the thing. So
Everyone has a different voice. It has a different.
No, but I think
Like, you
every
can't
like
tell me on
genre,
a-
for example,
Will have
has
their
like
number one.
their number one.
Like
They can have
Taylor
someone
Swift,
that could be
that's
number
someone
Yeah, like
that's
would you argue
taking
Taylor
it,
Swift is the
Taylor
number one in
Swift.
her genre?
Like
No.
it's gonna be
Okay.
exactly, but it's gonna be opinionated. But if we're talking like country female artists, Taylor Swift is definitely up there.
Yeah.
We're talking
like realistically,
rap,
like
female rap.
yeah.
Like we giving it to Nicki.
Like-
some people are gonna say Lotto. Some people, it's definitely gonna be opinionated. But you know who's
Like,
at
you
the
know
top
who the
of a
number-
certain.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
who-
know.
But like,
who's at the
Like, you
top.
can't
like-
argue
okay, but I
Drake
feel like
in the last
sports-
15 years. You
I
know,
feel like sports is easier in a way because like
Drake is
if
crazy.
LeBron's the best player, we're
yeah,
gonna beat
obviously
LeBron.
it's easier because it's
easier to
stats
beat
and
LeBron
stuff.
than-
But like, I mean, there's stats in music too. If you
There
really
are
want to
you
talk
know,
about
plays,
it.
there
you
is.
want to talk about Billboard, if you want to
Yeah.
talk about different things, like
There-
there
there's-
you could pull some
just-
stats.
just in
Streams,
America
who's
alone.
the most streamed.
Yeah,
In America alone, I think there's like 400 million people in America.
yeah.
So like you might have that 1 million that is attracted to or listen to Taylor Swift's music. You might have like 2 million that likes, or 1 million that likes
Catalina's
Beyonce's or Catalina's. Yeah. But like they're all different people though.
Who is a dream collab for you?
A dream collab for me is definitely gonna start with Drake.
Okay,
Yeah, Drake is just. I feel like we would make a hit. I also would say Coil Ray. Fun fact.
oh wow,
You
that's
guys probably didn't
different.
expect me to
Okay.
say that.
Yeah.
Rihanna, I think, and even though I know she's not dropping no type of music anytime soon.
She's focused on business,
on her
family,
business and her
man.
family, man.
Let
Listen,
me inspire
go out there and be a mom, man.
We miss you, man.
Be a working mom. It's tough.
We miss you.
But congrats to her though. Being a working mom, that's
Yeah, no, for real.
that's-
She's a businesswoman, and
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like sometimes that's really what it's about. Because I can say, once I get my foot in the door, there's a lot of things I want to do, like clothes, like designing, fashion, and stuff like that. So I think that was it. It was like music
like
allowed her to get to where she wanted to be, to actually.
Loki. I think that
Up her
she's in her legend status right now.
Mhm.
So like she's already a legend in the music game. So
Mhm.
why not go conquer something else? And then you
Yeah.
can always come back to music.
Very true.
She's always gonna have fans. Always gonna be able to sell out tickets.
Mhm. I think it's just so crazy. Like when they take that long of a gap, me as an artist, I would just be nervous. Like, what if what I put out is not meeting their expectations? Like you built the anticipation so high.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people are like, when you finally drop something, probably everybody in America.
I don't
is
want to
gonna
That's what
say
I
no
feel
names.
like-
You know what? Now I'm gonna say some names. And like, I want them to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying this because I want them to
Yeah.
be better. Roddy Ricch, man.
As that's the
Like,
first person
yo,
that was coming to my head.
Oh,
That's
bro.
the first
Yeah,
person that came
first
to my
piece,
head.
Excuse me for being
Yeah.
antisocial.
Bro.
Was an amazing.
That was great.
And
project.
prior,
That was great.
he was great too.
That was great.
Like, Feed the Streets and all that's
The
crazy.
Streets was good,
So like,
but then that next
I
one.
don't like I will say this.
Not
It
to
wasn't
be-
as
not to
bad
be-
as people try to make it seem.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
what we
nearly.
expected or what we
Yeah.
we're waiting for.
I don't even think I got
But-
through the whole album.
But you know, there's something to be said about, you know, a lot of people talk about a sophomore slump. You know, like to be fair, like let's say it like this. To be fair, like how do I say it? If what's that album called that he dropped after the one that everybody was disappointed in? Fuck.
Oh, and Timbaland would also be a dream collab.
Timberland.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. What's Roddy's out? Why my mind going blank?
I'm gonna try to find that.
Roddy Ricch album.
Why didn't you just go to
Live Life Fast. Live Life
Yeah.
Fast.
Okay.
So if he dropped Live Life Fast after Feed the Streets, right? And then Please Excuse Me for Antisocial came out after that. You know what I'm saying? It would be a
would've been-
different mindset.
Yeah.
But it's like he set the bar
It's
so
like
high
progression.
where it's like now we expect always like, but you know, like, are we
Nah.
being too harsh, you know?
Yeah.
Is that the
We can do
also
the
the
same
hardest
with
thing
SZA.
about being an artist though? Is like you can drop fire one day,
Yeah.
then you drop something else. It has to match that. So like
Yeah.
as an artist, how do you balance knowing when to drop a certain kind of song and like when you know your trajectory is going up, so you gotta drop this type
Yeah.
of
I feel
particular
like
thing.
It's something that you definitely feel, but I get that 100% because when I comes to creating, I'm just like, damn, like I want to make a song better than this song. Like once Think
Yeah.
About You was like took over the waves, I was like, oh my gosh, am I ever gonna be able to make another song like that?
Yeah,
But I also feel like you can't put yourself in that box and you just have to allow yourself to create, because if not, then you're gonna try to make something that's similar that can compare, and you're limiting yourself to what you can possibly actually create, because I'm trying to chase this sound, or I'm trying to chase this vibe that Thinking About You gave. I'm probably neglecting something that could potentially be way bigger than Thinking About You.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
do you feel as if, like, as fans, we are in a way too harsh to certain artists? Like, Roddy did drop this, but like he dropped the first one, it was so fire that we all just loved it so much.
Yeah.
So then we expected everything else that he dropped afterwards
to be
to
fire.
be that.
I feel like it depends on too harsh. Like now, if you're saying, "Oh, like you suck," like now that's a little bit like too harsh.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, like, people are humans. People go through different eras, different phases. So when he wrote "Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial," that was probably a completely different point in his life than when he wrote, what was it, "Live Life Too Fast."
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, I'm not gonna ever take away from his artistry, because you still put out fire, regardless of how many years old it is. I may not be a fan of this right now, but that's
We
just
can't
it.
forget.
It's just you might not get the same streams, but
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
He can't write. He can't make music." Because no, you can. You've already proved yourself.
Yeah.
You've proven to put together a great
Yeah.
project.
You just haven't proved
You
yourself.
just have
now.
to again, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just, you know, this is not.
Like,
I felt like that with SZA's sophomore album, and I also felt like that with Coi Leray's sophomore album.
Like, I feel like
But you
that's
feel
the-
like that you do feel like
I felt like it was like their freshman album was much better. Like,
you know, yeah, I'm saying like,
yeah, like
how do you
Control.
feel about them now though? Like the state of them now. Or you
Oh yeah, great. Like after that, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like maybe every artist experiences like a couple songs that aren't gonna hit like the rest. Like, you know, I
Yeah.
have songs out that aren't gonna hit like the rest. There's gonna be people who will always just listen to Think About You and Enlighten Me, and not listen to my rap and to my R&B or to my song where I'm just fully singing. You know,
Yeah.
just because everybody has a different ear and they have a different mood for certain things. But I think now they definitely redeem themselves. They definitely start putting out singles, doing collabs, doing all these things that still sound good, but just always going back to Trendsetter for Coi Leray was my favorite album. Control for SZA was my favorite album. And then, like, you know, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial was my favorite album for Roddy.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so like, as an artist, when you're dropping an album or dropping an EP, do you ever, let's say you drop an album that has like 10 songs, do you ever be like, the 10 songs that are on this album are actually gonna be all my fire songs? Or like you'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna put 3 great songs on this album and like put like some okay but like good pieces, and then or do you like go like, I'm gonna put all my great stuff on this album, then the next one might come out and be like
I feel like it depends. It just has to fit on whatever your vision is. Like the genre, like, because, you know, I could have, because I'm actually going to put out another EP closer to the summer, and I'm going to try a completely different genre. So
Okay.
it's like, it really just depends what fits and what doesn't. And if you think about Drake, like, he'll have his radio hits on there that's going to apply to the masses, but then to his actual fans, he's going to have that fire and desire, that redemption. Like, he's going to have those songs that if you know, like, you're going to listen to it. And for the people who love the Tuesday slide, they may not like how he's coming on, you know, another
That's
like real rap, getting in my bag type of song.
That's the-
So
that's
I
a
feel like
TT.
whatever
Do you
just
love me?
feels right.
Are you right?
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
it's
he'll
not.
have the
Okay,
fun
my bad.
stuff for the people who like that, but then he also has that like real rap, real lyrical stuff for the people who get into that as well. So I think it's just about, what do you want to say with your project? What are you going for? You're going to have your, you know, maybe super catchy songs for the masses, but then you're also going to put in just the songs that feel right for you. So
Okay.
So speaking about it now, like, what's the goal with being an artist?
the goal for me is
What's
just self-expression.
What's the end point you think?
Well, for me, one is self-expression, and my end goal, I would just love to be financially free creating, however that may look, whether that's writing for other artists, whether it's writing for myself, whether it's performing, going on tour, or again, just being a ghostwriter for some of the biggest artists out here and making my bag that way.
Yeah.
But as long as I can just have a free schedule to, again, start getting into fashion, like start doing this, being able to, because my mom lives in Florida now, so being able to be with her for like maybe a month out of the year, but still being able to make money and create. And someone call me like, hey, Malia, we need a song for this person, or hey, we need to start working on the album. So my end goal is not really poster girl. I want to be able to go outside of my house and not feel bombarded, not feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be at a super big level. I just want to be comfortable creating and just feeling safe while doing it.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good thing that you say that. A lot of people will think that being a musician, you want to be at the
like a
biggest,
star, yeah,
the
like, I
biggest
don't really
stage,
care to be
biggest
a
star. So like
like, I
you're fine with
just-
like being like a ghostwriter in a way. Are you still making your bread? You
yeah,
still
as long as I can get to that cash, I'm
That's what-
okay.
okay.
However, like I know creating is just what I was made to do. Like that's how I
Yeah.
was wired. Like part of the reason why the relationship didn't work was because I realized like every few months, like I need to create. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a box and it's like I would just like blow up and I'm like, yo, like I can't be myself.
Yeah.
So that's really just all it comes down to is just
Like-
being able to be myself and do what I love.
is music like the best way you can say you can express yourself, or like
Yeah, just writing things because sometimes I can write a message better than I can like tell you. Like I'll be able to give you comforting words, like say you needed comforting words or advice or something. I can give you advice verbally, but I find when I have that moment to actually let my brain run through it and like analyze it and give it a second, it's fine. Like it's easier. So I definitely do like to write a lot more.
are you an entertainment writer or let's say a therapeutical kind of writer?
I would say I'm a therapeutical writer. That's
Okay.
a really good question. Yeah, entertainment, like, yes, I can. And again, that's why I don't mind being a ghostwriter because I can write Ice Spice a hit. I
Yeah.
can write Sexy Red. I could write Gunna
That's
something.
Ice
I could
Spice
write
Sexy.
NBA
Yeah, I heard it.
something, but it's not.
Give our girl,
it's
give our girl a
not
call.
me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's not me. Like I'm more of a therapeutic. Like my style of writing is just very chill, very late night drive type of music. But I'm a creator, so I can step in to the
Creative.
eyes of this person, or step into the style of this person and create that. So,
Yeah.
so like I can create something for entertainment, which is like a think about you or enlighten me, but I really resonate with like the what matters most and like the just like the Drake, like Fire and Desire, Redemption. Like
Yeah.
that's more of like my like just chill, just listen, get your like wheels flowing as you're listening to what I'm saying.
Okay. So to get towards the end, two things.
Yeah.
What does your support system, your family, your
Backbone.
friends, your support system. What does your support system mean to you, and how do they keep you going? How do they just elaborate a little bit about, like
Yeah.
what does, especially in this
Industry,
industry, like, you know what I mean? Like,
You just
it's tough. Like, nobody has to support you, It's
They
it's
don't.
really a choice.
They don't.
It's really a
They
choice,
Oh.
don't. And that's why I am grateful. And my support system literally means everything, because sometimes you just need one person to believe in you.
Mhm.
Sometimes people don't. Sometimes people are able to just go and
be yourself. and
doesn't
just-
matter. Like I don't care who believes in me. I'm still gonna do it.
I
and
believe
that's
in
fair.
myself, and
Exactly. But I find that I'm a person that definitely does look to my
You-
people and my community to kind of bring me up, to kind of tell me like, yo, I like this, or why didn't you write this, or when are you
Yeah.
gonna put this song out? Like that's what they do. That's what I need from them. They're like, okay, like when are you gonna drop this song? Because it's been too long since you dropped. Like when are you gonna do this? So like having that constant reminder, people in your circle that actually believe in you and are like, yo, you have something here, is just what keeps me like going and writing. And inside, like literally my brain just works like that. Like my brain just, I have to write. If it's been a few days and I haven't wrote, I'm gonna force myself to like sit down, because also trying to make it in music, you're like running around. Like I work a 9 to 5 still, and then after work I'm coming up here to do a podcast. I'm doing a photo shoot yesterday, I'm doing this and doing that. I have a studio session tomorrow. So sometimes life goes fast where I can't really sit down and plan things out. I can't sit down and write. But just having those people in my corner to remind me and keep me on track is just what I need.
okay. So before we let you go,
Okay.
this is your camera right here. So
Okay.
let the people know what's coming up for Catalina.
Okay. It's coming up for Catalina is a surprise. No, I'm kidding. Music's definitely dropping. We're having some visuals that are gonna come out. And then in the summer of 2025, this summer, I am going to switch my genre up. So I'm gonna try something very new. I'm not gonna tell you what genre though. I'm not gonna tell you what genre, but it's not hip hop and it's not R&B. So
you
maybe
follow.
take a guess.
have you tried it already?
Take a guess. In the
You try and
comments.
be-
Have you
I
tried
have.
it? Have you? Okay.
I have.
You jacking it?
I can play the song once the cameras are off.
I bet.
Secret.
Are you going like the Beyonce path?
She's not gonna answer the
I
question.
don't answer the country, but I'm not going country.
You
right now.
gotta give you a quick
I'm not going country.
something
Right now,
to
but I could go country.
little country.
Nah, but lastly, who's a guest that you could help us get that you want to see on Timeout Podcast?
Yes, Ari. Honestly, I follow a lot of local creatives, so I can get a few people. But I would say right now, super dope, definitely Ari. And I know she's like dropping a project. She's promoting something right now.
We'll tap in.
I
Yeah.
have this super dope artist. Her name is Kyrenity. She's like, oh, I love her. She's super dope. And then someone else that's shaking Jersey, I'd say like Ali Rocket and OGB. So
Okay, yeah.
shout out y'all. Y'all
Tap
do
us
y'all
in.
thing.
Tap us
Definitely
in.
gotta tap into them.
Literally.
Okay.
Let's see, but
if y'all seeing this as an artist and you guys want to be on the podcast, definitely let me know and I will connect those dots.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Country wise, you gotta know when to hold
Oh,
them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away.
I think they enjoyed the episode.
Know when to run. Thank you. I got support right here.
I don't know. Can Steve sing?
Yes.
I mean,
Just say yes.
I don't know what that just was, but
All right. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like,
Everyone
comment,
can
subscribe.
I mean, you got your answer, right? You were looking for it all day. You were looking for it all
Don't
day.
worry.
got your answer.
Simon
got your
Cowell will
answer.
have given me a ticket to Hollywood.
He really wouldn't.
Yes, he would
But
have.
as always, we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Of course,
Thank you very much for
appreciate
Thank you
coming.
for
guys.
popping out.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having
popping
me.
out. We enjoyed it.
This was dope.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. See y'all soon.
Bye, guys.
And like always, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.